My name is Ira Rosa, and I'm running for councillor for Ward 1. It's important to be involved in the election because what goes on in the community, you have an opportunity to voice your concerns about what's going on in the community. It's a right that many people in the world don't have, and I take it very seriously. So becoming engaged in the community and taking part in democracy, which is what really voting is. The core of democracy is the opportunity for every single citizen to have an opportunity to voice their concerns, to choose the people that they feel hold the values that they hold most dear to themselves. The issues that are especially important for Hamilton's youth in this particular area, from what I've heard, is that there's a real need for a skateboard park. And in conjunction with that, we need to make sure that we have schools for our youth to go to. In addition, we have to make our streets safer. We need to have places for kids to be able to ride their bikes that's safe, and we need to make environments better for parents as well. We need to try and reduce the cost of taxes because bringing up kids is very expensive. And I think those are some of the issues that are important to youth. In one sentence, I can explain that I feel that I would be the best candidate, the best person for this ward because of my experience within the community.
Yep. Thank you. Hi guys, my name is Brady Wood and I'm the campaign manager for the Aidan Johnson campaign. Aidan's running to be your Ward 1 City Councillor, representing the ward here in which the school is. So I've been asked to comment on a few things. The number one reason to be involved as an informed voter is that you have an input into the future of the city. And there's various levels of getting involved. The first level, most important, research the issues, find out who stands for what, who's in line with your values and your beliefs and what you want to achieve, and then go vote for that person. But then you can get into really cool stuff like what I'm doing. So you can get involved in the strategy of the campaign, advising the candidate, knocking on doors, putting up signs. You can do graphic design for the signage, buttons like this. Really great wealth of experience you get from being on a campaign. In terms of the issues that are important to Hamilton's youth, number one on Aidan's agenda is job creation, but we want to make sure we do that in a green economy. So you want jobs, but jobs that don't ruin all the beautiful green space we have in the city. Another would be, I think, poverty reduction strategies. I think another would be safe and complete streets that are good for bikes, they're good for your car. We have excellent world-class transit and we need to make it even better. And this is another way to get involved and improve those things is by advocating for those issues. You want to live and stay in Hamilton as you grow up. It could be an exciting place to be, but we have to make decisions. Lastly, the reason I think Aidan is the best person to represent folks in Ward 1 is he believes in the campaign slogan, which is Ward 1 for everyone. How do we make a ward that's inclusive of every idea, where it's not economy versus green space or businesses versus heritage buildings? I think we have to have great businesses and great heritage buildings and green space, and Aidan believes that too. How do we combine these things instead of having politics that divide people? So exciting election to get involved. I hope Aidan's got your vote, but I hope even more that you are voting for somebody. So thank you.
Hi, I'm Jason Allen. I'm running for City Council for Ward 1. Why it's important to be an informed voter in this election is for two reasons. One, if you don't vote, you can't whine. And two, if you're not an informed voter, you make really bad decisions and often the wrong people get into office. So that's the two reasons why it's important to be an informed voter. Issues that are especially important to Hamilton youth. I think the big one in this election is about mobility. It's about how we move around the ward. Often young people are riding their bikes or taking public transit, and for those two options, one is inconvenient and the other is unsafe. So as a councillor, I'm committed to ensuring that people can move around the ward conveniently and safely. That's a big part of my campaign. Why I'd be the best candidate to represent youth? In a nutshell, I was a student leader a long time ago in both high school student councils and university student councils. I understand a lot of the issues are different facing youth now, but a lot of those issues are still the same. And just for the record, I think it's appalling that nobody watching this video is allowed to vote. Thank you.
Okay.
Hi, my name is Sandy Shaw, and I am running to be a councillor in Ward 1. Many students and many young people are deeply cynical about politics, and I understand why. There are all kinds of scandals, there's Mayor Ford. There are many reasons why this may not be something that appeals to you. But you know what? It's really important. You can change your community. You can make a difference. And so you need to consider, if you don't run for a position, you at least need to pay attention to the issues, and you certainly at the very least need to vote. It's your right, and you should exercise that. I think some of the issues that are really important for youth in Hamilton are related to our economy. You know, you guys work hard to graduate from high school, you work hard in post-secondary, and you need to be assured that there's going to be a decent paying job for you when you graduate. So if I'm elected city councilor, an investment in youth, in making sure that you have good paying jobs, that we're attending to your future, will be a huge priority for me. I think that the reason that I would be the best candidate to represent the youth of Ward 1 is because I have a lot of youth. I'm a mom of 5 kids, and I struggle to make sure every one of my 5 kids got through high school. And I always say, if you can make it through high school, you can make anything. And I now have 4 grandkids that will be heading into the school system, and I hope to have the same success with them as I've had with my 5 kids. And why would I make why would I make the best candidate to represent youth? Because I get youth. I get that, you know, school is not for everyone, that you have maybe different talents that you want to explore in different ways. My son is a musician. I have another daughter who is an artist. And you know what? While you may not understand why high school is important to you at the time, it is important and it will matter. And so as a candidate, I will have that kind of flexibility to understand that youth count in our community, that youth matter, and I will work to ensure that we support you and that we ensure that you have the bright future that you so deserve in this community. Thank you for your time.
Hi, my name is Brian Lewis. I was born and raised in Hamilton, and I'm running for Ward 1, which is the west end of Hamilton, from Queen Street to Dundas, from the water to the Escarpment. I think it's very important in any election to be an informed voter. It's your civic duty, which is an old term, but really it keeps you engaged in what's going on and makes you responsible for achievements within your city. And if you have complaints about your community, then you're partially responsible too. And so it gives you ownership and adds to the responsibility that you're to give back to your city. An issue that's important for Hamilton's youth is always about jobs. Where am I going to work? How am I going to feed, contribute to my family's income? How am I going to pay for school? How am I going to pay for skates, my guitar, my clothes, whatever it is that you need. Combined with that, the other issue is community involvement. One of the ways that you can obtain jobs is by being involved in your community, volunteering with associations, volunteering in future places of employment, gaining that life experience, which is vital. For me, I think I'm the best candidate to run in this, or to win this ward, because I have all the experience that I just mentioned in terms of the importance. That's what's important to you. I've volunteered, I've been part of the arts scene, I've been part of the entertainment scene, I've been part of the sports scene, I've been part of the business scene, and now I want to be part of the political scene in order to do my duty to give back using what knowledge I have.